Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and this is Kindela right here with Time with the King. We're here today with a different vibe, a different topic. You know how we do it. So today's topic is about are you guys ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
We are.
Alright, so intimacy on the first date. Is it right or wrong? Or what are the pros and cons? That's what we're going to talk about today. So, as usual, we're going to introduce our guest. Over here we have
Emilia Foley.
Mr.
Kwame Kingston.
Nanaya.
Alright, so you got it. We're about to talk about what? Intimacy on the first date. I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to throw the question to you and then you tell me. So I'm going to start with you, Emilia. What is it? What do you think? Is it right or wrong? What are the pros and cons? Let's go.
Okay, so when you talk about intimacy on the first date, to me, it's neither right, neither wrong. Okay, so it depends on the individual as well. In this situation, if you should go on a first date with a guy and probably the connection is there and you feel within you want to let go, you can. If you feel you don't want to, you don't. So I don't really see anything wrong with that. It's a personal decision, actually. That's what I think about it.
Bad. Okay, let's say you let go. Pros and cons, like advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, they are. That's why it's your personal decision.
Okay.
Because whether it goes against you or it goes for you, it's a decision you made on your own. So it's either you go for it or you don't.
All right,
it's personal.
Mr. Man, what do you think?
Okay, I think before that should even happen, there are a lot of things that come to play.
Okay.
Maybe there were some conversations earlier before the date. I don't think this date is just like maybe meeting somebody today and then going out on a date tomorrow.
Okay.
So maybe there were some kind of flirty conversations that they've had earlier that they got used to each other, or how would I say it? Like they got familiar with each other.
Okay.
So I think those things come to play before that can even happen. Because if we meet maybe this week and the following week we had sex on our first date, then I think that relationship won't even work if it should go. Or I don't even think it's the right thing
To do.
Yes, but if maybe we've been talking for a month and then or a month or two, then we got acquainted to each other and realized that maybe things are working, we go on a date and have sex, fine. But I don't think it's the ideal thing for anybody to try, because when you do that and the person doesn't like you and he or she got that at that particular minute, he or she won't even contact you again. That is why you hear people say, this person has ghosted me, this person has done this. You get what I'm trying to say. There are times that make one person likes you. I really like the person. Even if it happens, yeah, why not? I'll still stick around. But there are people who just go on. So I think the disadvantage is that it's either you don't end up together, the person goes to you, or the person will respect you. The person will lose that respect for you.
Okay.
And the advantage is that if the person really wants you, and you've seen, some people say fireworks. If it works for the person, then that is going to strengthen the whole thing.
Okay, let's go to Nanaya. What do you think?
Well, he made mention of, I want to tackle what he said
Okay,
about
tackle
the
it today.
whole respect thing.
Okay.
Please, you can literally live with a guy or a lady for 100 years. If she's not going to respect you, she's not going to respect you.
Okay.
And I'm not saying sex on a date, like Amy said, it's either bad, it's not bad or good.
Okay.
Because it depends. People can be in a relationship for 10 years, okay, before they have sex. They might not end up getting married. You can meet someone for the first time. I'm not even going for the first date thing. Have a one night stand and ends up getting married or ends up dating or something. Or the bad thing is that you could meet the person, have that intimacy. The lady can get pregnant or you can contract any other diseases or infections. Do you get it? So when it comes to these things, and in our part of the world, it's not like earlier in the 18th, 16th century, whereby we meet people, we court, we date, we get married before we break our virginity. It's no longer like that. Let's not forget that we are in the 21st century. Sorry. You see someone, you literally want to be with the person. Your first date, the guy takes you home or the lady takes you home. By the time you realize you guys are already intimate. The issue is those things does not justify if the relationship is going to work out or not. And if it doesn't work out, or sometimes when people come out, oh, this guy ghosted me, this girl ghosted me after having sex with, it doesn't make sense because it took the two of you. The two of you did it. So why don't you take responsibility for what is happening? So what I'm trying to say is that it's not good. It's neither good or bad. But if you're ready to go in for it, you should be able to accept the consequences after it. That's all.
I want to add something to what she's saying. Guys don't tend to take ladies seriously when they have sex
I'm listening.
on the first date.
She's trying to.
That is why
what I said.
People like ladies, for instance, don't really give in on the first date because guys tend to, just like you said, ghost them and all that. So most ladies don't. That's why I said it's a personal decision. It's either you give in or you don't.
Yeah. And you can decide that the lady can decide, oh, I'll wait for maybe the 9th date or the 10th date before I'll give in. So you can either wait for the 9th date. It's still, if the relationship is not going to work out, it's not going to work out. You can also give it on the first day. If it's still going to work out, it's not going to work out.
Okay.
That's something that we need to come to conclusion with.
So there's a question. So let's say you meet someone, you get talking, you go on the first date, right? And one thing leads to the other, and there's intimacy. Do you think the intimacy can lead to whether the relationship is going to stand or not stand? Like whether the relationship is really going to go on or not?
Okay, can I come in? You see, it depends on both of you, your perception. It depends on what you want. That is what comes to play. If one person has the mentality of just sleeping with you and leaving you, it means it won't work. There are people who even wait for 10 a year or so to have sex, and the relationship will not even work. There's no formula to this whole thing called relationship. It depends on the two of you. So if maybe the two of you are going into whatever you want to do with a genuine mindset, I think it will work.
Let me give you a scenario. I have this friend who dated a girl for 5 good years without intimacy. And whilst they were in a relationship, he usually communicates with me that I've stayed with this girl for 5 good years without touching her. Now I want to get intimate with her. When we met, she said she was young, so I gave her the period. And then now I want to get intimate, but the lady is still insisting that I have to get married to her before. So he came to the conclusion that if I should get married to this girl, I'm only doing it just so I could get access and have sex with her. So the marriage is going to be, I'm just doing it just so I'll get intimate with you. So let's break up. Do you get it? That's what I'm saying, that you can meet someone, people can have one night stand. And they can just go their separate ways. But then with that one night stand can lead to a relationship and then lead to marriage. So it depends on the two of you. Okay. And once you make the decision that, okay, I want to get intimate with this person on my first days, on the third day, on the whatever, you made the decision yourself. Let's stop blaming other people for our own actions. Let's face the consequences that, okay, I agree to get intimate with this person, so whatever comes up after it, it's my fault. It's his fault too. Deal with it. Take the blame. We don't push it. Usually we push it on the guy that he fought. Guy, if there is no rape and you are sentenced to it, the two of you should take the responsibility.
Can I?
You want to come in?
Let me come in.
Can I just ask?
Sure.
Per what she said the guy had been with the lady for 5 good years. And then later he wanted sex, and then the lady.
It's not later. He asked for it.
During the time. 5 years.
No, even before, during, and then after.
During the whole.
No, because he said. According to what she said, they were in a relationship and the guy.
I'm saying they dated for 5 years.
No, I never
said he never asked.
Sex.
I never said that. I said the guy asked for the sex, but the lady was like, at that moment they were young, so he waited for 5 years.
He waited for 5 years.
And then he asked again, and the lady keeps saying that unless you put a ring on it, I'm
And
not doing
the
it.
guy suddenly said what?
It's not suddenly.
Unless maybe
the
if
girl.
I'm going to marry you, it means that it will be for the sex.
Yes.
That is what the guy said.
Yes.
That should tell you that even from the outset, the guy has no good intentions.
It's not about
Let me be
good
sincere with
intentions.
you. Because if you have intentions of staying with the person, you should do the right things. Because if you say that, okay, fine, I am asking for sex now, and the lady says, unless we get married,
Let me ask you this question.
then you have that perception that
No.
then it is because of the sex
Let me
that I'm
ask you
going to
this
marry.
question. Let me ask you
You
this
don't have
question.
them.
Let me ask you this
You
question.
don't have them.
Let me
Am
ask
I-
you this
am I-
question.
Okay.
What is intimacy to you? Do you know what intimacy does to a relationship? People feel like we have people you just have sex with.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between having sex and making love.
Yeah.
Intimacy, and we are not talking about sex here. He said intimacy. Do you get
Involves
it?
a lot.
There's a different, and you see, even in marriages, let me
Intimacy
tell you
is just
something.
sex. I don't know.
No,
You
it's
see,
not just
you
sex.
see,
I don't know.
intimacy is
I don't know
not
how
just
you
about
want to
sex.
explain
Let
this.
me-
Unless you give it- okay, unless you
Okay,
give
so
it
let
a
me
definition.
Intimacy, like your loved one, right? You get like that deep connection and
With-
all that stuff. Sex can be like you can go for a hookup girl, a prostitute at the roadside,
And just do
that's
pam
not
pam pam and
intimacy.
walk out. But let me give you this scenario. Even in marriages, every what these people who have the counselor will tell you that one of the things that keeps the relationship strong is intimacy. Intimacy is not just about always lying down and pam pam pam. It's about friendship. It's about the cuddling. It's about the touches. Do you get it? So if I'm in a relationship with you, you told me that, oh, let's wait after school, then we get intimate. Now we are done with school, you even do our medicals, and you are still telling me that no, I can't hold your hand, I can't hug you, I can't kiss you. So what are we doing? Are we friends? Because I don't do that with my friends too. Do you get me? So intimacy goes deeper than just meeting someone and just having sex.
So at the end, what is the lady? What is the guy asking for? It is sex. Meaning the guy
It's
wasn't
not, the
asking
guy
for
is not
intimacy
just asking
because
for sex, but the lady is also making it look like I need to put a
Alright.
ring
No, I
on
just
it.
got
Okay,
a Google
wait.
version
Yes,
of
I also
difference
did.
between intimacy and then
Okay.
maybe you have.
You want to read for us?
Okay, Google intimacy, the English meaning. Cambridge, okay. Cambridge, the state of having a close personal relationship or romantic relationship with someone. He was always polite, but he's intimate. Like some kind of closeness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
personal
what I mean. So
feeling.
it's not just about
It's
sex.
not
So
just
it's
about
not
sex.
just about
It
hits,
involves
but
a
kind
lot.
of
In
hits.
her contribution, it boils down to sex
That's what
that
I
the guy asked for. That is why I was trying to say that the guy never
Just
made
wanted sex.
well. He
I-
wanted
I-
the
No,
sex.
but
Because if
I-
you tell me that I've been with you for 5 years,
I still want
and
to
you
read
said I
more.
should do the right thing.
You don't get it.
I
That
still
means
want
guess
to
what?
read more. Okay, so does intimacy mean love? Love is an emotional response that involves feeling passionate about someone. Intimacy is a physical and emotional connection that you have with a significant other. Okay, couples may feel passionate about each other without feeling physically connected to the partner.
Exactly.
So the physical connection
How
is
do you
very
how do you
important.
have intimacy without sex? There's romance there, and sex is part of it.
No, but when you put
I don't know. I don't know how.
but-
I don't
don't
know
get
how
the
we should get this, but
No,
we.
I get
It
you.
looks
I
like we
get
are
where you're
trying to
coming from.
digress from
No, wait,
whatever
wait, no, wait,
she
wait.
has said.
No, what she said was that they were in a relationship, okay, for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
During the relationship, the guy asked for that because there are some intimacy that doesn't lead to sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it gets to that point that it gets heated up. The guy wants the sex, and the lady said, "Oh,
No,
we are
I'm not
too
ready."
young." Then
Yeah,
after 5
I'm
years,
ready.
the guy comes again and asks, and the lady said, "Oh no, you need to. You should know that like it gets to that point. Maybe you be doing. Maybe they be getting cozy with each other.
No.
The case.
The kind of
romance
question-
and the bed.
the question you put out makes it
yes. No, I
a
want
bit
to. I want us to
complicated
correct
because-
this. I want us to correct this.
Okay.
Nobody, even a counselor, or you will not go out of this place and ask somebody that what is intimacy, and the person will just
rule sex
No,
out.
No, the
You-
person will rule sex out.
They're not
That
ruling
is
it
it.
out.
We are not ruling
There's
sex out.
intimacy on the
No,
first
no,
date.
no.
So if we are talking about emotional
Yeah.
and all those things, what happens? It is just sex.
No,
Intimacy on the first date
on
is
the
sex.
on the
We are
first
talking
date,
about
no,
sex here.
Haven't
no.
you ever met
Someone for the
that
first
you are
time
so
and feel
emotionally
connected
attached,
to?
like you are
no,
so like
there are
attached.
But if
people
you
like
feel
that.
the connection, that cannot be so strong.
What do you mean? What do you
It cannot be
mean?
strong.
I thought we were all on the same
It
page.
can't.
so-
It can.
don't know.
So I thought
Intimacy is just sex. Then I know. I don't unless
You are limiting intimacy to just sex.
Yes,
And we are trying to tell you that that's not what it
that's
is.
the topic. No,
Wait,
you are
okay,
not.
wait,
you're not
wait,
getting
wait,
it.
wait,
it
guys,
has
wait.
got nothing to do
Intimacy
Wait.
on the first date.
Wait.
What is
Wait,
happening
wait.
here? So why
Okay,
is that we can't
wait.
we can't build that
I thought we
intimacy
were all on the
now?
same page. I thought we were all on the same page till it got to this section. Or it got to this point. So we're going to take a little break. And when we get back, we continue. Alright guys, welcome back. It's still time with the king, and my guests are still seated right here. It was heated before we went for the break, but tempers are calm. We're gonna get back on track, okay? It looks like we digressed a little bit. We're still gonna come back on track. So the question is still, is intimacy the first date, right or wrong, pros and cons, okay? We shouldn't digress, so that to bring all this argument. But let's get this clear. When we talk about intimacy, I know it's broad, but in this scenario, in this case, I'm referring to sex on the first date. I know intimacy involves, like, it can include sex or not include sex, but this one, let's just put it in context. Let's just narrow it down to sex on the first date. Let's just be clear. Sex on the first date, right or wrong? Let's go. Emmy.
Sex on the first date, it could be either right, it could be either wrong.
Just like
I said before,
okay.
It depends on the individual. Okay, when you go biblically, it is wrong.
Okay.
But, the other way.
21st century. Okay.
It's a personal decision.
Right.
I have this scenario to make. There was this man who wanted to marry a lady, and this same not having sex on the first date, they didn't have sex. They kept, we want to do things the right way and everything. So eventually they got married and they went home, Now it's time.
I think you told me that.
To conceal the marriage. Then the man wants to touch the woman, then realize the woman is a hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
So what now do you start thinking, was it okay to wait, or I should have, done the thing the first day, or is it right to do the whole church, biblical thing and be like, okay, I'm waiting for God and I want to do the thing right, and you get there and eventually you see something else. What are you going to do? So then again, I say it's always a personal decision.
Okay.
It always boils down to a personal decision.
I feel that the man didn't do well because this is a relationship you've been in for some time before getting married. If you don't even have the how will I put it, the chance to do it on your first date, what happens to the days after the first date to your marriage? Yeah, for me, I am a Christian. I'm even a youth president in my church. Okay. But to be sincere with you, even my pastor should see this today, I don't want to subscribe to sex after marriage. Because I don't know what you are going to meet. There are similar issues on the internet. People are saying it. Somebody said they got married and in 5 months they can't even have sex because the woman has been there for so long and the place is tight. They've tried all of that things that they want to do, they can't do it. So in this case, I feel the man is at the man has lost. It's his problem. Because if not on the first day, what happens to the days after? Have you tried? It?
Let me add something to what he's saying. Biblically, you don't do anything. Even when you go on dates, they don't do anything till you are married to the person. Okay, there was this instance where they had to get married, and on their wedding night, after sex, the man is like, okay, I don't want the excuse me for my language, but was like, he doesn't want the woman shaven.
Yeah, bush.
He wants it bushy like that. Really? Hygiene and everything. So you want to chew hair, and you didn't tell her, oh, babe, as we are dating, I'm a hair kind of guy, so I like hair. So if she can't deal with it, she just opts out. But you don't say anything. You get married to her. Then on the wedding night, you come and tell me that I don't want you to shave. I want hair. Come on.
I think our
Come on.
our examples we are citing are trying to move away from
No, it's not.
the first dating. I think we should just concentrate on the first date because these are post-date issues or even a relationship stuff.
Okay, then I are coming.
No, it's not the same thing.
So, like, I've narrowed it down. So, like, sex on the first date. What do you think? Or is this going to be the same thing like you said when I brought in intimacy and all that?
Sweetheart, sex on the first, I still stand on what I said.
Okay.
It's neither bad or good.
Okay.
Because, like Amy said, biblically, we are Christians. We are expected to wait until
After
the two of
marriage.
us are married, virgins. Then on the wedding night, we break the virgin.
Yeah.
You get me? The virginity. But in this, you see, those were, but we are in 21st century. Do you get me? 21st century, that men even walk around with condoms because anything can happen at
But
any
it's like these
time.
days, ladies also have condoms.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're protecting
give to their
themselves.
boyfriends to go out.
That's what I'm saying.
So they know say the guy go out, they go shackle things.
You see, so what I'm saying is, it's neither good nor bad. In the sight of God, it's bad. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But just like he was saying, and then she also cited an example. You don't get intimate. Now we are married. We are both virgins. And you
Who's
see,
going to teach you?
there are stories coming up that someone even got married to their husband. It was the wedding night that he realized that. It was the wedding night that he realized that. She realized that the husband is gay. He doesn't touch women. All he wants is that he would rather call another woman for the woman to come. No, I won't even say he's gay. He's a pervert.
Okay.
He calls in other girls to come in to sleep with the wife whilst he sit down and watches it, then touches himself. He is
Really?
a perv. So all these things comes in. That's why I said everything we do in life, it comes with its own consequences.
So if you are supposed to take one, good or bad, what will you go?
Media is good.
It's
Honestly.
good. Sex on the first date.
Yeah, it's good.
Not in a relationship on the first date.
No, because it depends on you.
I think it's a bad thing to do.
You think it's a bad
Yes.
thing? What about you?
A
It's
bad
good.
thing.
It's good.
Yeah.
So the ladies are saying sex on the first date
Because-
is good.
Yeah,
But-
Sweetie.
I think it's a
but
bad
yes,
thing.
now
Sweetie.
let me come in.
Sweetie.
So imagine I take Emmy out on the first date, and after vibing, eating,
It's
having a
not
drink
even
and
about
all
vibing,
that.
my dear. Before you
Wait,
took her out, you guys have had all the conversations.
Wait.
Conversations in the world, yeah.
So what are you talking about?
You cannot think like
Yeah.
that. There are certain people who
Yeah,
who
they are
even-
very- yeah.
There are certain people who even go out and then how would I even say? We somebody will meet you today and be like, oh, can I take you on a date? Then tomorrow he'll ask you, what is your schedule? Are you free tomorrow? Let's go out. With that
That's
one,
just the first date.
you haven't had any.
But that one is
any
a
enough
one-night
conversation
stand. That's just a first date.
to yes
That is
to
a one-night
warrant
stand.
That's a one night stand.
That's
Yes,
a one night
one
stand.
night
no,
stand.
that one
That's a
that
one-night
you
stand.
haven't had any
When you talk
conversation
about
to warrant,
dates, meaning you and I have had conversations and we've now agreed that finally let's meet each other
Okay.
and then what, go on a date.
So,
but mind
yeah.
you, before you have a conversation with people, you can literally be chatting now because of our barefoot.
Yeah.
You chat with someone and you get emotionally attached to someone you've never even met.
Okay.
It happens.
It happens.
So before you guys will meet each other physically, you've had all the emotions you're supposed to have.
Thank you.
You get me?
Yeah.
So that's why I said, before you guys will even go on the date, conversations have happened.
Okay,
You
no,
said
I-
you-
okay,
you've
wait, wait.
done
All right,
a whole
I'm
lot
trying- okay, let me
behind
put
the
this.
scenes.
But let me
It's not
dispute
like
that fact. I am trying
Wait.
to dispute the fact that there are times you meet people and
Okay.
you
You
don't
don't have
get to have
conversations.
a lot of conversations
That's a
to take the
one-night
person
stand.
out.
That's
No,
a
that's
one-night
a
stand.
one-night
Wait,
stand.
everybody
That's a
has,
one-night stand.
everybody has their.
But you still
way.
continue, though.
No, we all have our way of doing things.
Okay.
I can meet you here today. Maybe Nanaya, we just met, and I was like, hey Nanaya, you look very beautiful. I would like to see you once more. Can we go on a date?
Okay.
That is how I do my things. They say, oh, okay. She might say, okay, fine, that's cool. And I'll ask when will you be free? I say, oh, tomorrow. I don't have anywhere going.
Sweetie.
We've not had any conversation. So after leaving there, I take your number. Tomorrow I call you.
We go on a
Oh,
date.
what's up? Are you free? We go out. And if sex should happen there, do you want to tell me that we had conversations? Let's not narrow this thing down to have
you don't get this
a
whole
process
thing.
of talking every day, talking for 1 month.
Let me tell you something. But before, even when I meet you, like you said, when I meet you, you just don't go ahead and start the pampine.
No.
Which conversation have
No, let me
now?
let me
That
say the
warrant
moment.
sex.
No.
Or that even warrant
Guys are
or that warrant
sneaky.
so
Naturally,
so
guys
what
are
has to
sneaky.
talk? Wait.
Our body language
Guys already
There's
sneaky.
body language.
Oh.
You
What
don't
I'm
have
trying
to say
say
there's
is,
body language.
even in that scenario, when you meet,
Yeah.
before the sex will even happen,
There's
you guys
body
will have talked
language.
about something.
No, she is
you don't
talking about
necessarily have
having
to
a-
talk.
you
There
don't
is
have to
body
have
language.
conversations.
There is body
No,
language.
he's not saying that.
You have body language.
She's not saying that
there's
you have a
body
pre-conversation about sex.
I'm not saying you have a pre-conversation about sex.
She's talking about having a conversation with the person that will warrant that.
No, that's not what I said.
No,
It's the same as the
like that.
pre-conversation about sex.
That's
That's not what I'm saying. I said you get emotional.
Now let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Okay.
Let me start from this side. Have you had sex on the first date before?
No.
No. You?
No, I haven't.
No?
No.
No. Okay, so let's say it should happen. You go on a first date with someone and it should happen. You'll be okay with it.
That's my decision.
That's your decision.
If it happened, it's not like the person
consented
forced
to
me.
it. Yes.
Yeah, you consented.
You see,
But-
what
but-
I'm saying
but-
is that, you see, we are talking about this whole first date intimacy, but what I want to throw out is that you are not obligated to do it. No one is forcing you. It's a choice. But once you make that choice, be ready for the consequences. Stop
That is
blaming
all.
people
But
for your
you know,
actions.
we are trying to have a different perception about the first date. Don't forget that the first date, you want to know the person. I want to get to know you. That is why I'm taking
What
you out.
if she
But
feels
I-
And the best thing is that
Wait.
you get to ask all your questions or most of your questions
Wait,
on
you
the
said-
first date.
you said
So when you
first
go
date.
and your concentration
So
is
you
just
see that
now?
Okay, wait. Let me ask-
That
I
brings
don't
me back
agree
to
with
the
it.
whole. There will be conversations before
Okay,
you
let me
guys
ask
will
a
get
So I
question.
am
right?
trying to
So
tell you
that
that
is
I
it.
want to know you. I can
Okay,
meet
wait,
you here
wait.
today.
Now let me
Right,
ask
if
you.
you want to know me,
Let's
right,
go
come
on a
join
date
myself
tomorrow.
at you.
When we
Wait,
go, I
wait.
want to know you there.
Let me ask
As
you a
simple as
question. Let me ask
that.
you a
Don't if so
Wait,
far as
wait,
yours is right.
Wait,
You can take
wait,
mine also.
wait.
You don't want to take what I'm
Relax,
saying.
relax. Let me ask you a question. So you meet Nanaya.
Okay.
Why you
What
use
are
it
you-
as an example?
But why are you not here? Who should we use?
No, why you use it as an example? Everything is your
Because
woman.
you look like you're having a
That
fight.
is not my woman.
Wait, wait.
Are you
I'm not saying no. You see, she's also a woman. I
Wait.
didn't say she was a woman.
Okay, so
Okay, thank
now
you.
you meet Nanaya.
Okay.
Whether you guys vibe or not, you guys on a date, okay?
Okay.
You guys, whether eating and drinking, you're having a conversation.
Okay.
One thing is the other. You guys are done and everything.
Yeah.
During that conversation or during the date, during the meeting and all that, you know, emotions, you can get attached. You can
Thank
like,
you
okay,
very much.
this person I'm vibing with.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm getting emotionally attached
Yeah,
to
to
the
the
person.
person.
Do you get me? And it can be vice versa. And through that,
It might end up.
when
in
you guys are
sex.
done, you guys are leaving, going home and all that stuff, something can happen.
Let me even clarify this. When I go on a first date, I'm
That
going
is
with the
you.
intention of knowing the person.
Okay.
You
Who
get
is
it?
not?
No, who is
No,
not?
take your time. Take your time. I will be very, very uncultured and trained. And somebody who doesn't have a vision or have foresight or
Oh,
even have
please. Please.
a good perception about what we are going to do to get to a first date and start having start having emotional
Attachment.
yes about a person and then think about having sex. If I should do that,
No,
it
you
means-
know, but you know, sometimes you don't think about having sex. It
but
just
what,
happens.
No, it just
what will
happens.
even warrant? What will even
just
lead to
No,
that?
it's the conversation.
No, wait, happen,
See,
happen.
guys are
This is
sneaky.
how
Naturally,
wait,
guys
this
are
is how,
sneaky.
no, wait,
Guys
wait.
are
This is how
sneaky.
we
They will sweet
like
talk you.
nowadays this generation. This is how we have normalized all these things, and then tomorrow if it happens, your wife or your husband can tell you that I don't know what happens and it just happened. It just happened. What are you talking about? Did your father, our parents didn't train us that way? They didn't do it. You cannot tell me you have it. You went on the first
But
date
our
and all
parents-
you do is
listen,
get
listen,
attached and have sex. Is that what they're telling me?
That you
That's
have
the wrong
sex.
thing. Let's
No,
accept the fact.
wait.
No, we are not saying
If you
it's
decide to
right.
do it, that's your
One at a
decision.
time.
But
One
in
at a
my
time.
opinion,
Whether you
I
have
feel it's
sex
the wrong
on the
thing.
first
One at a
date,
time.
whether you have sex on the first date,
Okay.
on the third date,
Okay, look.
on the last
Thank
date,
you.
so far as you are not married, it's fornication.
No,
It's
I won't
But
dispute-
sometimes you
I
want
won't
to
dispute
make
that
things look
fact.
like
It is
something is
fornication,
right, that
say,
is
no, no,
right.
no, no, no.
Something is wrong.
I won't- I won't-
Let's do the same.
What
No.
she said.
okay.
You're being a hypocrite. You're being a hypocrite.
No, I am not being
You
a
are being a
hypocrite.
hypocrite. Whether it's on the first day, third day,
You can't
last
say- you
day,
can't say-
it's still
Before we even leave
fornication.
here, I
Why
want
would
her
you
to
not
retract-
say the same thing?
I want
Wait,
her
wait,
to
wait.
retract the statement.
No,
that
I will
I'm-
never retract it.
no,
I will
I'm
never
entitled
retract
to my
it. I
opinion.
will
Yeah, yeah.
never.
She
That's
is
your
entitled to
opinion.
her.
Okay, let's relax.
But I never labeled
Sip
her.
some wine, sip some wine, sip some wine, sip some wine.
Listen, even
Let
if
me take a do for you.
I want to say something. Even if you have sex on the first date,
Uh-huh.
if it is going to go bad, it's going to
gonna
go
go
bad.
bad, okay.
Even if you wait 10 days, 90 days, or even 3 years, if it is still going to go bad,
So
it will
bottom
still
line,
go
bottom
bad.
line, bottom line, bottom line. You said it's good. It's your choice. What do you say? You
I
said it's
said
bad.
it's bad.
Okay, and you said it's good. It's your choice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let us know what you think. It's getting heated. If we don't stop here, we're gonna go on and go on and go on and go on. So leave your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think. We'll be back with a new video the next day or whenever, right? Whenever. Who is gonna come in next day? Alright, guys, it'll be
I'll
cool.
certainly be here.
You'll be here. It'll be cool. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.